What's going on, everybody? This is your boy Big Ralph. I've been off the scene for a minute. I miss everybody. Now I'm back. I'm down here in Baltimore doing a little filming, doing a little shooting. But I had to actually stop and interview this gentleman. He is someone who I met for the very first time this past April at Exotica in Lang City. I have never met him before, but his name has been bouncing in my circles for the longest. This is a veteran of the last almost 2 decades in the world of adult entertainment. So I am very honored, very pleased to be talking to Rock the Icon.
What's going on, Ralphie? How you feeling?
I'm doing good, I'm doing good. So I guess the first question is that I want to ask you, I guess because a lot of people may have heard of you but may not associate the name to the face. So tell us, because there are a few people walking around saying the Rock. So to just cut down on some confusion, tell everybody a little bit about yourself and how you got into the business.
Wow. Bunch of brothers and sisters. I'm the youngest, and growing up having my brothers talk about fucking all the time kind of pushed me into this, believe it or not. When you 7 or 8 years old, you hearing stuff like, I ate out such and such. When you 7, you thinking about the big bad wolf, Jeffrey Dahmer type shit, not realizing that they were talking about eating pussy. And it kind of was, I guess, my destiny, if you want to call it that. I got into porn, believe it or not, for 3 reasons. 1, to take care of my family. 2, for the experience. I've always wanted to do some form of entertainment since I was a kid. And lastly, for my brother's approval. So they were a big instrument for me coming in. So yeah, I've chalked it up to my brothers. Rock is a combination of about 7 or 8 old school porn stars. I would have to say Sean, Devlin, Julian, Byron, Guy De Silva, Tony Eveready, Ray Victory. I've taken a little of all of them and I made Rock so that I wouldn't be a one-trick pony. Devlin's sensitivity, Tony's aggression, Sean's flair for clothes and being more of a ladies' man. So you have to be able to adapt who you're shooting with. It took me a long time to learn that, and once I got it, the sky was the limit.
Okay, now you said you take a little bit of everybody, those 7 gentlemen, and incorporate them into yourself. Was your breaking into the world of porn, was it something easy, or did you have a helping hand? Or
no, the very first guy to shoot me, Teddy Bear, lived literally over top of my apartment. He grew up with my older brothers, and he had his own movie studio, Blackstreet Productions, in DC. And I was dancing one day. I used to strip, and he came to the club and wanted to know if I wanted to work.
Wait a minute. You used to drop it like it's hot?
No. No. I actually entertained. I did 4 routines before any clothes came off. And back then, strippers danced. Now it's just take it out, shake your dick, get a couple dollars, going back. So, like stripping, porn has evolved into something totally different. Teddy got me on board, and my first scene took maybe 3 hours because I had never had head like that before. I never fucked on camera under control before. So every 4 or 5 minutes I was stopping because I would get close to popping type thing, or the head was so amazing I couldn't look at it. I think that's what my problem is now. So I would have to say Teddy kind of, he stroked my ego, so to speak, and challenged me. I started studying. I had some people who pushed me, family members, I'll say, who wanted to see this happen, and I didn't want to let them down. So for about a year, my first year, I made $75 a scene. I worked and then did this in my off days. I went to the military and did this in my off days. So this was coming, and I was refusing to let the dream die. I didn't want to be a local celebrity. I was scared to go west. I ended up working with Rain Man from X Level Video, and we did some wonderful work. Went to Brazil for the first time with him. I shot with Ayana Angel and Cherokee and Angel Eyes and Monet Divine, who were my first West Coast big name starlets that have ever come to the East Coast to work with that I've seen from afar. I'm like, wow, you know, I had stage fright for a minute, but after I got my feet wet, it was a wrap. I then was contacted by Lee G. We were in Georgia. I shot 5 scenes in a day, and
Whoa, 5 scenes in a day.
it's not an exaggeration. I can get people on the phone if you need me to get proof. I shot 13 scenes in 5 days at the end of 2011. So I got it in me to do. It's just the point of having the opportunity to shine. And Lee G got the phone call and flew me to LA sight unseen. Now, I went to X Level and I told them, if you can keep me home for $3,000 a month, I'll stay. They told me that, you know, for me doing 4 out of 5 scenes on shit down there, every DVD they did, that it was time for me to spread my wings. And I didn't want to go. But once I got to LA, it was a wrap. There was no coming back after that. I got bigger than the East Coast to an extent, and I just wouldn't stop. So now I'm back, giving back and trying to help those behind me to get where I am now. Because when it's time for me to walk away, I don't want to feel like I left something on the table. You know, anybody that needs help, I'm willing to do it because someone was able to help me too.
Wow. Wow. I'm curious. I mean, I guess one more personal thing. You said, you know, you've been in the game 15 years.
Since '99. Yes.
Who was the first female that you actually shot with?
The girl that popped my cherry in porn was Black Diamond. She was older than me by maybe about 6 or 7 years. I hope I'm not disrespecting you, Diamond, but that was that 3-hour scene, and she was this dark-skinned, chocolate, thick chick, amazing, and she had every skill set that you would need to do porn, except she didn't have the exposure of a West Coast. So she was, yeah, I still have to hang my hat on her. She got me started, and I haven't looked back since.
Wow. Now, with you being in the game for so long, I mean, of course, over your time in it, the game has changed. What do you think of the newer male porn stars? Do they have the same type of drive and work ethic that you had coming to the game, or is it for them much more about, let me make this dollar, let me make this money, let me just do it now and not really strive for longevity?
Here's the thing with that. I look at what we do as a fraternity. And in any fraternity, you have big brothers and founders. I look at Shawn Michaels and those guys I mentioned earlier as the Mount Rushmore of black male porn. And I might have left a couple off the list, but these are the ones that have become household names. When I met Shawn in 2008, and I had been in LA for 3 years at that point, I hadn't seen him yet. We were in AVN, I'll never forget it. And I got down on my hands and knees in front of this grown man, and I bowed to him. Him and Devin were even walking up the hallway on their way to the exhibition hall, and I'm in a suit. It wasn't because I was kissing ass. I was paying homage. I was paying respect. The fact that these guys opened the door for me to make the money that I was making. These guys opened the doors for me to be able to be flown to Brazil, to Cozumel, to the Dominican Republic, to Japan, to Germany, to do what they were already doing. I took what Shawn and them guys did, I took the baton and I ran with it. And I did it with pride. Today's porn male talent, and I'm not going to say all of them, have this thing where they're the shit. It's about them. Well, I got news for you. When I pick up that box, or if I'm John Q. Public, I'm not picking up the box looking for Rock the Icon. And in most cases, they're not. They're looking for who's the sexy chick on the front. That's why they're called pretty girls, not pretty guys. So, at the end of the day, granted, it's run by males, but it's driven by females. And a lot of them need to learn that first. You can't treat them like bitches and want to be kings, but treat the queens like concubines. It makes no sense to me. It doesn't make you a punk to respect them. It doesn't make you no bitch to act like you got some sense when it comes to them. I refuse to digest the thought that every chick that comes on set is a hoe, is a trick, is a bitch, and they come from a background of sucking dick for money or fucking for money, this or that and the third. Everybody had a story. I had to take care of my kids, I had to take care of my mom. So everybody had a reason for being here, whether you were down on your luck or this was something you just absolutely wanted to do. today's male talent, my message to you is this. Learn your history. Get in there and get some of them old DVDs and look at how the scenes were shot. Granted, yesterday can never be like today. And I don't want to sound like my parents were back when I was doing. But I still take some of those old school values on every set with me right now. And I dare you to find 5 people that can say anything bad about me and it be genuine. It be real. 5 female talent that can say I would never shoot with him because he did, or because he said, or because he acts like. No, it don't make me no punk to let her go take a shower first. It don't make me no punk to wipe my cum off of her after I pop from this chick. It don't make me no punk to open the door or let her do her makeup without me bothering her. And it really doesn't make me a punk to keep from fucking her after we just finished shooting. If this is a job, treat it as such. If you worked at the White House or at the police station, you're not going to ask your coworker to come and suck your dick in the bathroom after y'all are clocked out. So why do it now? And I treat it as such.
Good point. Good point. Do you find that a lot of the women, maybe because they're not actually used to that in their personal life, and they come on a set and they're treated with a certain level of respect when they shoot with you, that they're just not used to it and don't know how to react to it?
I would say that not just at work, but I've had that experience in my personal life. Let's look at it like this. 15 years ago, you couldn't call a black woman a bitch without knowing her kids' middle names, where her mama used to live at. You better know all the kids' birth dates. And y'all better be best friends, damn near coming out 2 separate wombs at the same time on the same day. Bitch has gotten to the point where it's okay to denigrate women. A lot of the, and I guess I could start from its roots, a lot of the West Coast rap, the NWAs of the world or what have you, when bitch became accepted and then became okay and black women became tolerant of it, we got worse. So it's almost like that child that stayed out past curfew and came in wondering they were going to get in trouble and didn't. And was like, oh shit, well, I'm going to stay an extra hour. Or I'm going to stay overnight. Or I'm going to stay 2-3 days. Mom ain't saying nothing. Hell, I'm going to do what I want to do. So now there's no reprimanding. There's no reflex or no recourse when you step out of line, when you disrespect these chicks. I've seen girls tell a dude, if you ain't calling me a bitch, we ain't fucking. It ain't good if I ain't being, called out my name. And I'm just like, wow. I remember, and if you look at my movies, you might find 5 scenes where I called a girl a bitch, but you know what? The director told me to do so. I just can't bring myself to do it naturally, not even in my personal life. I'm just not that dude. So again, it don't make me soft to be raised to respect women. Whether they are sucking dick, swallowing, or whether they work at a library or a church, it still makes them women.
Wow, that's a good point. Very good point. How do the females that you know in your personal life, how do they react to the fact that you're doing porn? I mean, do they like say, well, no, I seen you banging a chick out on film. I can't mess with you. Or do they say, you know what?
Nah. Not to put nobody out there, but I'm sure if they ever see this interview, they'll know who I'm talking about. I had a chick. I guess what you would consider a 90-day grace period. The probation you get when you first start a job. The first 30 days, the sex was ridiculous. The next month, I met the family and the kids. Somewhere along the line, someone recognized me and decided they were going to go snitch, because she might not know, or whatever the case may be. And come day 90, I got the "it's not you, it's me" speech. Or when you're with me, do you think about Cherokee, or you're thinking about Janet, or you're thinking about Pinky? And I'm just like, when I'm off work, I'm off work. What a lot of people understand, it's not just with guys, with women too, is the closest thing I can get you is being schizophrenic, or making a reference to the Hulk. You got the guy with the glasses, bookworm, brilliant. And then when you cut that light on, he turns green and busts out his clothes and he's destroying shit. It's for a short, brief period of time. When the adrenaline stops and there's nothing else to break up, nothing else to destroy, you come back down to the guy in the glasses and you get back in your books again. When that red light comes on, I make it my personal business to be the nastiest motherfucker breathing. Why? If this is the NBA, then I don't want to be in a development league. So if I'm going to be dunking and shooting 3-pointers and rebounding and being the Michael Jordan of porn, I don't want to be that guy that can't dribble a basketball. I had to get my skills together and learn what I needed to learn. So I look at this as more or less me taking this job, and the people that meet us in it, they like the ride. It's a bucket list, you know. It's that thrill of having Janet Jackson or Idris Elba on your arm. You know, yeah, you got the title. You the girlfriend or you're the boyfriend. But when you got the millions of people that want to fuck Janet, want to fuck Idris, you having this much insecurity about yourself, every move they make is going to be suspect. So I say to all my co-stars, you have to find somebody that's thick in their skin, secure. You have to help with that. And somebody that's going to tolerate your job being just what it is. If they can't separate work from what you do at the crib, and if you can't separate work from what you do at the crib, then you're going to live a lonely existence. And trust me, I've done it already.
It's very, very hard to maintain a relationship in this kind of business, because I think a lot of times perception is key. If you proceed in, well, this is what you do for a living, then obviously, you know, you got to do it in your personal life. And a lot of people like, you know, when I'm off, I don't even think or talk about sex. I want to talk about baseball or
let me tell you something.
Hockey or something.
Somebody told me this, and I want to say it might have been either Nina Hartley or Kitten. I remember talking to one of them about this. If I'm a chef, don't ask me to come to your house and cook if I've been cooking all day at work. And that's kind of how I am. When I'm at work, I have whoever's on the other end of that camera pulling my puppet strings. I come in, if I got a big booty girl, 9 out of 10, we're going to do some cowgirl, some doggy. Might do some spoon with her ass hanging off the side of the couch or the bed, so that you, the viewer, can see this booty. When I'm at the crib, I do that how the fuck I want to do it. You know what I'm saying? It's nobody telling me, all right, turn over. Loud, I can't hear you. Open it up, I can't see. Okay, we got 3 more minutes, need a pop shot. Ain't got none of that going on. So if your girl's favorite position is doggy, we ain't got to move. My goal is to please you. But when I'm at work, it's been times where a girl is in mid-orgasm, and you get that cue to change positions, and you like, yo, I really can't move right now. You ever try to get up, and a girl about to come, and you about to do something else? She'll kill you. Think about it for a second.
I don't think I've ever gotten that far where I had that situation happen.
You get a chick to the brink. You eating her pussy, and she's building up, and her breath is getting quick, and her stomach is rising, and she's about to come. You say, damn, I forgot to lock the door. You're not leaving that house. You ain't leave that room. Not normal. She gonna break something, and that's just how it is. So my goal is to please my partner when I'm on camera. I ask uncomfortable questions. What you want me to do? What don't you want me to do? Because for this hour, we go together. We dating. I want you, the viewer, to ask yourself, damn, are they fucking with each other for real? I want it to look personal. And I get that a lot. Like, oh, is you gonna say such fucking, and I never answer them? We might be. We might not be. But if that chemistry came across on camera and sold to the point where you got turned on and turned up, then I did my job. So I'm not gonna ruin the fantasy. People who see us as porn stars think that we are sex addicts, we're nymphos, we got white livers, we can't get enough. When in all actuality, it's the exact opposite. And it's especially with the females, because we got outies, they got innies. They lay down and take a beating, anal, oral, vaginal, but we just giving it to them. Do we get tired? Of course we do. But they get sore. They bleed if it's too big or if you hit them the wrong way, you know. And I feel sorry for them in some ways, but I can't help what soul the Lord put me in, what body the Lord's put my soul in, and vice versa. But I do feel for them. So I'm the last person to be like, we just finished doing a scene, you're exhausted, I'm exhausted. Yo, come on, let's go get a room. No, that. First of all, we both gonna sleep. Secondly, again, we just did work. Now it's not even gonna feel right because I'm expecting somebody to say cut at some point. So yeah, it's hard trying to maintain a relationship and you not be graded, engaged based off of the job. And if not by your significant other, by her peers. Because all the Jiminy Crickets are going to be in her ear. Girl, you know he fucking such and such. Girl, you know, dude, you know she probably sucking dick. And the worst thing for a dude, when your woman is a porn star, is to be sitting in the barbershop getting your hair cut, and the dude's like, yo, Your girl suck a mean dick, my nigga. Yo, she was fucking such and such. You sitting there with the Kanye face. For real. I'm still thinking about it. It's a compliment and a smack in the face at the same goddamn time, and she can't understand why you walk around with attitude all day playing Madden and shit. You don't want to talk because you just got ripped up for 2 hours trying to defend her honor when this is her job. And granted, you get it, you understand it, you love her, but to the fan, fuck that. She's sucking dick. She did a DP with a dick in her mouth. She's a freak. She's a hoe, and Lord, don't bring her to the barbershop. That's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? But in the reverse, the guys are, man, oh my God, dude, I would love to have your job. You know, you the man, blah, blah, blah. And I've seen so many women get the exact opposite effect. Like, how you do that? You know? Oh, I bet you I bet if I give her $20, she'll give me some head right now. And it's so degrading. And it's a double standard. I'm sorry, ladies, but it's the truth. And like I said, I feel sorry for them sometimes. But to find that guy or find that woman that only wants to love you as the person with your government name and not the name that was given to you or that you made up as your stage name is priceless. When you get that, it's a wrap.
I agree. I definitely agree. I'm trying to get that myself. I really agree.
But trust me, when it comes, you'll know.